Events beyond my understanding have transpired. I could attest what has transpired to my lack of sleep and strain upon my mind. However, I find it hard to attribute this to lack of sleep. It was simply too real. A pair of janitors found me lying on the floor of the archives, sweat-soaked, mumbling and sobbing to myself. Having finally roused me after a fair amount of time, I was able to leave the library without any hassle from the library staff or any authorities. What I experienced I cannot accurately put to words, yet I will have to make my best attempt. I was in the archives when suddenly I found myself amongst books that were unknown to me, in languages I could not begin to understand, yet alone recognize, whilst treading on soft mud-like ground. These sigils of unknown origin were disillusioning, and I fear I would have been lost forever had I not turned my gaze from the seemingly pulsating spines. This was when my eyes were drawn upward. The sight that met me was one of equal parts awe and horror. Above me were bookcases filled with pulsating tomes that appeared to reach far into the alien sky, like giant tentacles hoping to pull down the heavens. Beyond the monoliths, I saw, to my own despair, the same sky I had witnessed in my dreams. In the eyes of the dark man. That was when the smell of that wondrous, wretched place finally sunk in. It was an unforgettable stench of rot, mixed with an overpowering scent of the sea, like some great ocean was nearby, yet out of sight. The place was eerily silent, yet I had the unmistakable feeling that I was not alone. The thought of coming face to face with an inhabitant that would occupy a place such as this gripped my heart with dread and unmatched fear, so I ran. I ran for what felt like weeks. I ran till acid had built up in my legs, turning them to lead, and my heart and lungs were ablaze within my chest. That was when I came upon it. A carved stone pedestal, covered by the sigils that adorned the books. Upon this pedestal lay a book with leather-like pages that I dread to consider the origin of. On the page that lay open were more sigils, yet I could not take my eyes off them. Despite the fear and the stench, my eyes were transfixed upon the page. I could not move, think, or consider my then predicament. My eyes burned, and my mind was ablaze as the world around me dissolved, and all that existed was me and that hellish page. When my senses finally returned, it was to the sight of the janitors. I am fearful, as when I entered the archives it was still before noon, and it is now near midnight. I am in need of a stiff drink. I'm thinking something Irish.